everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am coming in today with my second make for my Christmas gifts that will be going out to family this month. So first of all, thank you everyone for all your lovely comments and compliments on the previous bag that I just showed in the previous video. So if you did not see that video, I will leave the link up in the iCard and you can go check that out and see my full review and see the Baronia Bowler handbag. So today, before I jump into this, today I am recording this on Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday. So for all those who celebrate, here is a quote that I had put up on my Instagram. So this applies to no matter if you are going to school, starting a business, growing a business, weight loss journey, thinking about starting a YouTube channel, all of that. Just keep going. No matter the steps that you take, large or small, just keep taking those steps. And I encourage you to continue on and press toward the mark for which you were called to do. So today, as you can tell by the title in the video, I am doing the Maggy55 pattern plus a bonus pattern, which will be the Devon Pouch. And I'm doing that with this because it's going with the tote that is going to my mother. So let me start out with the first thing that I completed, which was really easy. But I don't know if anybody else is like me. When it comes to eat what should be relatively easy patterns to put together, whether it's a garment or whatever, it's the easy ones that trip you up for whatever reason. And so I will pop up a picture of the it is called the Stylish Makeup Pouch, and it's just one pattern piece, just one simple pattern piece. And you all know, I think I've mentioned this before, but I may have forgot to mention in my previous video, for all of my pattern pieces, I have laminated them. Well, not laminated, I use the clear vinyl on a roll, the sticky, the adhesive, to protect all of my pattern pieces, and I use that to cut them out just to keep them sturdy. I know there's other ways you can do it. You can get the clear mats from the dollar store. There's so many different things you can do. Some people, I've seen them mount them onto cardstock, heavy thick cardstock, different things like that. Do whatever works for you, but this is what works for me and what I like to do, simple at this moment. So this is the makeup pouch. It comes in two different sizes. It's actually a small and a large. I made the large, and just so you know, for size reference, the large is a 10 inches in width by 6.5 inches in height and 1 3/4 inches in depth. And so this particular, I got this one free when I purchased the, I want to say it was the Voyager handbag pattern. I think you got this for free if you bought it as a set. It was a set, and I want to say it was the Voyager or it was the Journey. I can't remember, one of the two. You'll have to look on our website, and I will leave a link down below that this you can buy it as a set. I want to say it was the Voyager, and you get the entire set, the makeup pouch along with the handbag. So very simple, very easy. And what I used, if you all recall, it was about, actually it was August 2019 when I went to Florida, and I went to the fabric store, and I had picked up, I had got a really good deal on this vinyl. Remember this? This was that vinyl I picked up. It had all of the handbags and purses and shoes and everything on it, real cute. And so I use that to make this. Now this is going to my grandmother. Now my grandmother, when I was asking her, you all know in my previous video I already talked about this, I've asked everyone in advance the type of things that they like and colors and different things like that. Well, my grandmother was the only one out of the bunch that did not want a handbag or a wallet. So but I wanted to make her something, so I decided to make her this makeup pouch, which, for the record, she will not use this for makeup. She will be using this to put pens and different things like that in, so, which is fine. I just wanted to make her something. And so this is it. Very simple. Now you all know it, and apparently this also rolls over into my handbag making, but I am getting better, I will say that. I have challenges with zippers, and see how that zipper didn't finish off on this end all the way. So one of the things since I've made this, I've discovered is I like using zipper tabs, and I did it for the first time on the Devon Pouch, which I'll show you shortly, which I know what I did wrong. But anyway, again, back to my quote, whatever steps you take, just keep taking steps and moving forward until you get better, or till you accomplish the thing to which you are trying to accomplish. So see here, and the thing was, I used zipper tape, and I had already cut it and put everything on here. And I don't know how I messed that up, but if this was a zipper tab, that these would be covered with the vinyl at the end, and that's where the zipper would start. Hopefully you can see where my fingers are pointing, but it's really simple, and just opens up, and I actually put something in here to kind of fill it out. And it's just, I just use the black waterproof canvas that I get from Fabric Wholesale Direct. There are no pockets or anything on the inside. Most certainly you can do that if you wanted, once you've sewn it up and whatnot, decide you want to make some updates to it and put a couple pockets in there or whatever, you surely can. But yeah, it's just simple on the inside, and that's it. That was it for the makeup pouch. Very simple make. The vinyl, what makes this stand out is the fabric choice, and so I wanted to use something fun, something cute, and I know my grandmother will get a kick out of that. So the next handbag that I have made, this is for my mother. Yes, I made my mother another handbag. You all know I made the Mrs. H Patterns by Mrs. H, the ring sling. I'll pop up a picture here. My mother loved it, and I did a wallet to match to go with that. But talking to her, I know she prefers to carry totes, and so I decided to do Maggy55's Urban Tote. And this one, okay, I have a lot to say about this one. This one I was a little intimidated by, only because Maggy55 and her construction and everything is so good. She uses different notions and stuff that I've never heard of before or used before. One is the Bontex bag stiffener. The Craftex I have used before when I made the zip around wallet, and so both the regular size and the mini that I made. But yeah, it was, and I was so curious, and being in her group, I knew that the different styles and everybody put up, I was like, that looks really nice and simple enough for my mother. Again, however, I was nervous about the construction because I'm thinking, oh, I know it's going to be some intricate pieces here. And this is the, I don't know if it's the only one, but I do know there is, Maggy55 does not have a video that she created to go with her pattern. So guess what? With permission from Sue Cheek, who's the owner of Maggy55, I have been given permission to do a sew along for the Urban Tote here on my channel. Yay! So I'm so excited about it. So what I will be, the plan is I'll probably try to have this up to go live in April, because I'm doing the clothing sew along. You already know I'm doing I forget which one I said I was doing in April, but I'm doing the clothing sew along. I think it's the Berta jacket. But I'm also going to plan to do the sew along, work on the sew along for this, for the Urban Tote. So one sew along will be the jacket, and then it'll be the Urban Tote, just so, because I know you all have been asking. Thank you for asking about a sew along for handbag. Y'all know I am new to handbag making. There's a lot I still have yet to learn, a lot of techniques I still need to learn and get a handle on, but this one I am comfortable with doing a sew along for. I will also do a sew along for Patterns by Mrs. H as well, because I was given permission by that pattern company as well, so that will be coming up as well. There's two different ones I'm thinking about for that one, but I'll let you know. So yeah, I am so excited, and I appreciate you all having that type of confidence in me to be able to show a sew along for a handbag, knowing that I'm so new to it. But I'm gonna give it a go. And I will say, so getting into the pattern, it took me 2.5 days to do this handbag, only because as I was going through it, I was writing a lot of notes. So when I do the sew along, I will be sure to emphasize certain steps that are written in the pattern as I'm doing the sew along. And there were a couple mistakes that I made in not following closely a couple of the parts that I went back and marked to make sure that I emphasize those as well when I do it. So again, preparing for April for the sew along to go up for the Urban Tote. I am so excited about it. So let's get into this. Same thing, you're going to hear me say the same thing over these next couple videos. All of the handbags that I'll be sharing, I highly suggest, again, follow the instructions as the designer intended. And so once you kind of get the hang of, especially if you're newer to making handbags or whatnot, then once you get the hang of it, or if you're seasoned, you don't necessarily have to go through the step, but then once you get the hang of it, then when you make it again, you can make whatever tweaks or adjustments to the pattern that you please. Again, the sewing machine that I use is a domestic machine to create this pattern, and I have the Janome HD 3000. Again, I will link up above the full review, the unboxing. I just got this in November 2019, and so I did a full unboxing and demo on leather and cork and vinyl on all the fabrics in that video. So you can go watch that video, and then you can kind of see how it operates. So the Urban Tote, it comes in one size. It is 11 inches in width, 12 inches in height, and 4 inches in depth. And so here is my finished Urban Tote for my mother. Look at it. See, and here's another reason I made this one for my mother, because I feel like the look and feel of it is pretty simple in design, and my mother's not that like flashy and need to have all these different things going on the bag. And so, but it still has a lot of detail to it that I absolutely like. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Urban Tote. So here it is. And it is a beautiful faux leather. You all know I just talked about this faux leather from FM Fabrics. They're the ones that you can follow on Facebook, but you have to message with them in order to, they'll send you pictures of the faux leather that they have in stock, and you message with them, and then you call them and all that and decide the fabric that you want. But anyway, here it is. The rivets came from Mormino. The purse feet, the pattern does not call for purse feet, but I did add purse feet. The purse feet came from, these were in my stash that I had gotten from Bring Berry Hardware quite a while back. And then the, can you see that here is, I did the zipper top. Now you do have the option of doing a zipper closure at the top or the snap closure at the top. I chose the zipper close at the top. And so here is the zipper close at the top, and it has a zipper end. The zipper end is something, was also in my stash from Bring Berry Hardware as well. And then, but my zipper, let me see if I can hold that up. Can you see that? It's the flower, the same one I used on my in-laws. The flower pull and the zipper tape, that all came from my handmade space. What do I want to show you on the inside so far as hardware? The oh, let me see if I can show you. See that zipper in there? That's just a regular dressmaking zipper that I already had in my stash. So far as the hardware you need, you don't need a lot of hardware or anything. But let's go ahead and get into some of the intricacies and the things that I like about the bag. So this was my first time doing a zipper overlay. Look at that. And I was during the middle of me sewing the zipper overlay, I had, it's snapped in my head that, oh yeah, you have, make sure you put back on your walking foot. So part of it is just a tad bit wonky. You can't see it, but here is the zipper overlay. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, there you go. That was my very first zipper overlay, and I love the way that looks. I love the way that looks. I love the way that looks. And then this side, you bind the slip pockets. So it's 3. Let me see if I can show you. 1, then you have this little, and here you can put pins. And then you have this, the 2 on the side, which you can put cell phone or whatever in there. But it's binded with the external fabric. My internal lining fabric, again, is from Fabric Wholesale Direct, the waterproof canvas, which I like. So when I use the waterproof canvas for the inside of my handbag, I do not interface it. So nothing is interfaced. A couple of things that you don't see that you do need, or at least that is suggested, the bag stiffener. You can, she said, you do have the option of using something like a Peltex or something. If you don't get a hold of the Bontex, the bag stiffener, you can use a combination of Peltex and Decaville Heavy for the bottom, but you just use it for the bottom, the bottom of the bag here, and it makes it nice and stiff. And so, which I really like. And y'all saw that big roll. I just did my haul showing the roll of my bag stiffener. I have a ton of that, so I will be using that bag stiffener a lot for bottoms of my handbags. And you do use foam on top of that. Now, the one thing I did do, because the pattern doesn't call for purse feet, but I wanted purse feet, is that I added the purse feet after I attached my foam and my bag stiffener together. I think I would have done it, put the, because you glue those 2 pieces together. I think I would have done the bag feet first into the stiffener, then glued the foam on top of that. Because underneath the lining, you would be able to feel the other side of the purse feet, which is fine. I mean, no big deal. But the next time, so when I do the sew along, you'll see what I'm saying for that. So the other thing that you use that you cannot see is called Craft Text, and that's right in this section here. And I want to say it's because you have the rivets that are going through the lining and through the external fabric. Again, I'm using faux leather. The pattern does have the option of using leather. When I do the sew along, it will be on faux leather. So if you are more experienced with leather, you can follow the leather part of the instructions, but I will be doing the faux leather when I do the sew along. And so that's pretty much it. And I will say, y'all know I've mentioned this before when I've sewn the Maggy55, the wallet, the classic zip-around wallet. Sue Cheek loved her some glue and some double-sided tape. So, but I understand why when putting certain parts of the bag together. And so it just makes the whole construction of everything, once it's done, maybe as you're going through it, you're like, oh, more tape, oh, more glue. But once it's all together, you're like, okay, that makes so much sense. And you're looking for the durability and the longevity of the handbag and your finished item. So I get it. But yeah, during it, I was like, so we using more tape, more double-sided tape, more glue. And anybody else talk to themselves when they sewing? But anyway. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, because I'm doing the sew along, I will do a prep video, all the items you'll need. I'll show everything. I won't go over that in this video because I just want to give an overall review of the handbag and what I thought. So, oh, I forgot to tell you, this here, you have the rivet on the front. That's not functional or anything like that. and it's really more decorative because you do stitch all of this, but it does add a little bit more sturdiness here. So if you're in and out of these, whoever's in and out of these pockets, you know, that's going to get a lot of pull there. So that rivet definitely helps. And these are just 2 pockets. It is lined, as you can tell in there. It is lined. So yeah. Yes, I am so happy with it. I love the way that it turned out. Again, the design is very simple, but you really can have some fun, I would say. If you wanted to really kind of juice it up some, you can. But I like, and when I do my sew along, I know what fabric I'm going to use. I said I was going to use that fabric for something else, but I think I want to use it for this because I want one. Now that I put it together, I want one. And I may do the snap closure for mine. I'll see. I'll decide at the time of the sew along. So that's pretty much all I want to say. I told you about the hardware. I told you where I got everything. And it's a very nice bag. And I know my mother is going to love it. What I made to go with it is a Devon pouch. This is my first time making a Devon pouch. Here it is. Let me see if I can show it to you. So it's matching. So the main body and outer is the same fabric. This contrast piece is a faux leather. No, it's a vinyl that I got from Joann Fabrics. So that's what this is. And I use the same zipper pulls and everything. Now the Devon pouch, if you're not familiar, is by Sotak Pattern. Sotak or Sotak. It's either Sotak or Sotak Patterns. And I made it for, the main reason I made it is because I'm in a swap. And so, and we're doing the Devon pouch. And so I never made it before, so I wanted to practice making it. And so I would say, I mean, the first time me putting this together, it took me a little over an hour. Just because I was fiddling with some parts, and the pattern pieces are very simple. Now when you first get this pattern going, I'm just going to show you what I end up doing, because she has you in the instructions cut the pattern, but then she have you cut the pieces, and then you have to cut down the pieces. I just cut down the pieces in the beginning, so I didn't have to go through all of that. So I created, because it's a measure to cut pattern, you have a small and a large. So here are all my pieces for the Devon pouch. So it's I don't know if I mentioned, for the Urban Tote, do not get intimidated. There are a gang of pattern pieces. They're small, many of them you take together, but it's not complicated. Trust me. From a beginner bag maker, trust me with the Urban Tote. And same with this. It looked like a bunch of pattern pieces, but I just went ahead and cut the pieces down up front as opposed to doing it after the fact. And so if you have this pattern, you know what I'm talking about, how she has you do it. And so here it is, very simple. The finished size for the Devon Tote, let me just tell you, a large is 7 1/4 wide, 5 inches tall, and sorry about that, my camera cut off. The size of the Devon pouch is, this is the large, is 7 1/4 wide, 5 inches tall, and 1.5 inches deep. So here it is. So very cute. So you have the little pocket in the front, and I use the same lining from Fabric Wholesale Direct. You have that in the front, and then all you have is the opening in the top. Same thing. And there are no slip pockets or anything like that. I want to say I've seen people do slip pockets for pouches and stuff like this, and who has a good video on that, how to add slip pockets, the card slots into things like this, is Debbie Hunker. She did it on the, I want to, it's the Clematis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Is that a swoon pattern or MLI? I don't remember, but I'll leave the link to Debbie Hunker's video that shows how you add card slots to things like this, pouches and stuff. And so what I did, because I discovered after making some handbags and stuff, I like zipper ends. I like the look of them. And for me, because I'm always wonky with the zipper, as you can tell, I wanted to do zipper ends. You cannot tell I did zipper ends. Look at that. What happened was, after, you know, I'm just sewing. Oh, okay, I got it. And the zipper ends are on here, but you see how they're all pushed down like this. And thank goodness my family is my guinea pig. Because I'm in the swap, I want to make sure I did it right. But what happened was, I just added the zipper tabs to the cut piece of the zipper without taking into account I needed to shorten the zipper tape. Because I use zipper tape, I needed to shorten my zipper tape, then add the zipper tabs on there. I didn't do that. I just added the zipper tabs at the end. And so when I attached it and needed to turn it out, it's all poked in like this, and it shouldn't be. And so this is going to my mom. They all know I'm having fun making handbags, so she gets this Devon Pouch, and I already know again what I need to do differently here. But outside of that, it turned out just fine. You do box the corners, the bottoms I should say, of the pouch, but that's it. That's basically it. This one, I would say you can get this done in, like, this is not a free pattern either. You can get this done probably inside of an hour after it's been cut out, depending on how fast you sew. Yeah, that's it. That is my second set of makes of handbags. Stay tuned for Thursday. That will be Emmeline bags, and yes, Emmeline bags will be on Thursday, and then Sunday should be my swoon bags, and then that following week I'll have a special video about handbags, and then we'll be kicking off BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. So thank you everyone for tuning in today. Thank you for all of your feedback. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the Urban Tote being one of the SEWALONGs I will be doing. Like I said, I will be doing another pattern company as well, but I will be doing the Urban Tote. So I wanted to announce that and let you all know that that should be coming up in April. If that change, I'll let you know. But yeah, I'm so very excited about it. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Hit that bell so you do not miss an upload. And I will see you on Thursday. Bye.